Hello folks, welcome to Walkie Talkie, and well, surprise surprise, we're up West End, yay! Anyway, give you a treat with the beautiful buildings you see up ahead and whatnot. So a lot more information came to light with regards to what happened in Leeds. Now, what happened in Leeds, what you call the origin story, right? A family had their children taken off them, right? And that's by social work. I mean, this is not a very uncommon type thing, especially in Glasgow. I'm not saying anything. But ultimately, yeah, the children have been taken off the parents, and pretty much Hiroshima, and probably one of the most fatal ways known to man. And as you know, cop car got turned upside down, the bus got set on fire and was on fire for 11 hours straight. Where were the fire brigade? Non-existent. Where were the police? Well, they did come along. As I said, they did come along, took one look, and they shot it. But this bit of footage I seen on Sky News, it actually more looked like they came out of a police van and they done, some kind of weird dancing, running routine, almost similar to a mosh pit. Right? If you're a goth, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Right? And they did this kind of weird, disorganised running about, looks like dancing / mosh pit, etc. And they turned back to police vans. They knew they were outnumbered. You know, and it also comes to light that there was a lady who was absolutely sick of it, and she spoke truthfully. She wasn't racist or anything, she just spoke very, very, very to the point. What happened to her? She's got arrested, breach of peace, etc. Just for speaking up about her street being absolutely ruined. And unfortunately, she'd been jailed, as in like taken to a police station, processed, going to be having a court date. It's probably going to be going on the favour of the plaintiff, as in whatever Leeds police is. You call it Leeds Constabulary, if I remember right. But it was ghastly. I mean, the police probably didn't have much responsibility with regards to the child being, or children actually, being taken off the parent. They probably didn't, but unfortunately they did get lumbered with the after effects. The after effects were not particularly pleasant. Yeah. I don't know why they set fire to a bus. There's no particular rationale I can scratch my noodle and produce. But one thing that has very, very severely angered Leeds people is the fact that there was a bus in the middle of the road on fire, not being attended to at one point. It actually had to take the public and that MP to get the flames out. And you're probably wondering, did the fire brigade come in the end? Did they? Fuck. It was people power that got that incident of the fire out of, brought back into control. And fire brigade never came to even, at least document the incident. They just didn't. and Leeds people are absolutely raging at it, quite understandably. They feel failed. And this is what generally does happen to people who feel they've been failed by the system, or generally take a mickey out of. Like that road, see, because the fire brigade didn't come quick enough, that road will all have to be re-tarmacked, because tarmac, whilst it's hard during these conditions like what we're having today, see if there's extreme heat like from a vehicular fire and it's uncontrolled, the tarmac breaks up, it loses its strength, it no longer becomes load bearing. So Leeds Fire Services, well done yous. I hope some of that road repair fee comes back to you for dodging that. What if there was a child on that bus? Would you be happy to see it roast like a fucking chicken? Probably. We all know about all fire brigades' histories that have come to light in recent of years, sex related. Another thing that Leeds people know. But this issue with the dodgy fire brigade people and their perversions, that's nothing new. In fact, it's that nothing new when there was a kind of show of hands of where it had affected which fire stations. Pretty much every fire station across the country had at least one something to record of, let's say the word what's it called, malicious behaviour, malicious and unwanted behaviour had been reported at pretty much every station up and down the country. But yeah, it seems a lot of the cities in the UK are very close to riot point for one reason or another, and that's a shame. Hopefully this new government that comes in, well, I can't really say new, but you know what I mean. Hopefully they sit around and take a stock of what happened and start looking at solutions, because there's big problems. A lot of cities across the UK are just at the pinch point, ready to riot. And I can only say the quickest way of preventing that is sit down, have a look at the facts. I know some of the facts are going to be horrendous and ugly to deal with, but that's the only way of getting heads around the issue. Gathering the facts together, read them, no matter how ugly they are, and try and make a going forward position, because having these riots are never productive. People get in the way, people get a property damaged, sometimes people die. It's all just pretty unnecessary. It's just a matter of just looking at what's went right, what's went wrong, and try and put something right, because there's too much going wrong, there's too little going right. So therefore, yeah. And with regard to that damaged first bus, right, I've actually talked to two drivers about it, and it sounds like first bus are going to go hell for leather with regard to litigation to get the cost back for that absolutely fire ravaged bus. And quite rightly, I would say to anyone, right, if you've had your property damaged and you know what a perpetrator is and you know what the cost is, go and talk to a lawyer, right? make sure you have lots of things like repair receipts. And if it was BER'd, make sure you get a complete list of loss, present it to your lawyer, and make an application to court. Make sure you win back whatever's lost, because being a recipient of loss is no good. And overall, yeah, I just want to say, I can only send peaceful vibes over to people of Leeds, and if any of you have had any property damage, make sure you catalogue everything, forget nothing, and make sure that you have your day in court and you get your money back. You're so certainly worth it. I can only again send peaceful thoughts in this situation. I know the police failed you in the recent of days, and I know the fire brigade have failed first massively and failed the city of Leeds. And it could have been a child trapped in a car nearby the bus, etc. You can guess where I'm going next. And that could have resulted in deaths. Emergency services, generally people don't like emergency services for good reasons. You know, like for instance, people don't like the ambulance because back in like the 80s and stuff, family members were getting piled away into the back of ambulances, never to be seen again, only to be referred to with regard to being dragged into a mental health hospital. The police, well, you know, the police have treated some certain persons. The fire brigade, as I previously mentioned, you know, a lot of people would rather, if there's an emergency, just deal it with their own selves, because they're there, right there. There's no waiting time. It's just bang, problem solved. But yeah, hopefully trust could be earned as well. But anywho, I just want to say I'll catch you later, and I'll love yous all. Catch you. Oh, my phone's been a bit weird.